Good evening. Actually, right there, I didn't imagine that it locked in from the beginning. And when he rolled and I was on top of him with the guillotine, it wasn't adjusted to the way that I usually have it. And when he tapped, I thought that he was trying to get out because it was very fast. And I usually adjusted a little bit more. It wasn't bad intention to hold the guillotine. And right after the fight, I apologized to my opponent because we're all professionals here and our intention is never to hurt anyone. And in reality, it wasn't something, it was unexpected that he tapped so fast, but I think the reason was because it was right there. In reality, I don't think that I started the fight losing. I was studying his distance. He landed some strikes just like I did. I looked for a takedown in the beginning. He hit me with his finger close to my nose and my eyes, and it kind of bothered me. And I kind of felt his pressure. I adapted myself to his distance. And when I was able to measure my distance, I was able to impose my rhythm. And the fight ended the way you saw. In reality, my first fight in the UFC, a fighter was injured and I came in with 1 week's notice. I fought Rafael Assunção, who was number 3. And it was my first loss in my professional career. It was a tough fight. So I'm experienced in fighting ranked opponents. And in 2015, I fought Jimmy Rivera, which was a very tough fight, in which I lost by a split decision. I thought I won that fight. And nowadays, he's going to fight in a few months with Dominic Cruz. And I think the winner of that fight would be next for the title. I think I've been close to the best in the division. Today, I defeated Robbie Font, who was number 13, a very tough athlete. He has 7 or 8 knockouts in his career. And he had a good record like mine, 14-2. So whoever the UFC decides I need to fight, I'll be prepared to fight. There's no name in mind. I was totally focused for this fight, for tonight. And I always think one step at a time. I don't think too much ahead. I focus on my next step. And tonight I was victorious. And now I'm going to think of which athlete, and I'll be available for any fight that the UFC is interested in. I've lived in the US for 7.5 years. In February of this year, I moved my camp to American Top Team. And it was something that was very good for my career. Many athletes in my weight class. For me, I'm always happy, honored to fight here in my hometown of Sao Paulo. I was born and I lived here my whole life. I went to school here. My family lives here. They were here tonight. It was very exciting, very cool to have their presence here tonight. And I'm planning for next year to come here, to be able to spend a little bit more time, to be able to see the people who I started training with, my friends. It's important to have that base, and I miss that sometimes. But I have my family. I have my family in the US. So those are one of the reasons why I don't stay here too long. I just found out that I won the bonus. I'm very happy about that. It's my 3rd bonus. It's the 3rd bonus in my last 4 fights. That also shows me how I'm an exciting athlete who goes in there and does the job and gets a good performance. through the bonuses I've won in the UFC, I've been happy. I was able to buy my house in the United States for my family, and right now I don't have any plans. Your team had many athletes fighting tonight. Everyone won, but the night ended with Colby Covington beating Damian, but with bad commentary about Brazilians. I wanted your opinion as a teammate about the things that he said tonight. In reality, Colby, we know a lot of people in MMA. We have Conor McGregor, and I think nowadays people, they liked the noise that Conor McGregor does, talking a lot, and they see that things work out when you do that. Colby, in reality, I see him at the gym all the time. I never had any problems with him. We train together, we talk. He's a nice guy to me. I think it's more about promoting and selling himself, and he's able to do that.